And this is Danielle Harris, and you are listening to Rock Video Rental.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rock Video Rental. I am Brandon. With me, as always, is Caleb. And we are continuing on with Rocktober Part 6. And today we're going to be talking about Killer Workout, aka Aerobicide, from 1987. It's directed by David A. Pryor. And the plot is 2 years ago, a young woman named Valerie was burned after entering a tanning salon. Now, her twin sister, Rhonda, runs a local gym where all of a sudden people are being murdered. The cast, we got Marcia Carr as Rhonda Johnson, David Campbell as Lieutenant Morgan, Fritz Matthews as Jimmy Halleck, Ted Pryor, aka Danton, as Chuck, as Chuck Dawson, Teresa Vanderwood as Jamie, Richard Bravo, which sounds like a fake name, as Tom, Diane Copeland as Debbie. I've seen this movie a couple times. I used to always get this one and Death Spa mixed up.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they're essentially like the same kind of movie. Death Spa's got a little more with ghost and paranormal stuff in it, where this is just a straight up slasher. But yeah, I wanted to add this one because I was like, we got some good slashers in here. It's time to get ones that are like so bad that they're great. And pretty much anything directed by David Pryor is so bad that it's great. Speaking of David Pryor movies, Deadly Prey,
Oh yeah.
which is awesome. And there is a lot of people from Deadly Prey in this movie. Did you notice?
I did notice a couple.
Yeah. We got obviously Ted Pryor, who was Danton. We got David Campbell, who's the lieutenant in this. He was the colonel
I
in Deadly
recognize the
Prey, the bad
style.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's my style. It's gotta be Danton. It's gotta be Chuck Dawson, I mean.
Wait.
And then there's Fritz Matthews, the guy who played Jimmy Halleck. He was the dude that I kept calling Shades.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I guess I
the
didn't put
guy that fights with Danton towards the end. I
and he
think he's
cuts
the
it.
dude who gets his arm hacked off and gets beaten with it.
I was just gonna say I thought that was the same guy.
Yeah, that's Shades.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. Those are the ones that like stuck out to me. You know, if I did more research, I could probably figure it out. But
Yeah.
this movie is just completely ridiculous. It's kind of meh kill followed by aerobics with women doing pelvic thrust like right into the camera. The camera like zooms in on their butts when they're bent over. We get a lot of cleavage shots down leotards, and it's just like
Very
complete ridiculousness.
suggestive.
Yeah, they're like on all fours, like pelvic thrusting into the floor.
Yeah.
It's like if anybody's seen the scene from Perfect with uh Jamie Lee Curtis and John Travolta
Mm-hmm.
that Jamie Lee Curtis redid on Jimmy Fallon's show.
Yep.
It's basically like that. Or like the music video for Call on Me by Eric Prides from like the mid 2000, kind of the same thing. So you get like that, just suggestive aerobics, and then it's like, here's a kill, and for some reason the killer is using a huge uh baby pin, like a safety pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand getting stabbed by that.
Yeah, I feel like that would be an inefficient tool.
It'd be like, ow, that really hurt. Like Austin Powers when random task throws a shoe at him. He's like, that hurt, you idiot.
Honestly, who throws a shoe?
Yeah. Honestly, who stabs someone with a baby pin? Safety pin. Oh gosh. And there is a huge kill list in this. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
get to that, but uh yeah, basically it starts off with we get this very 80s intro song, and this woman answers the phone. It's like, "Oh, you got this great modeling job lined up. Like you're doing awesome. You're gonna get paid a bunch of money. And it's like, okay, obviously something's gonna happen to this girl. And all of a sudden, boom, she's naked within the first like 5 minutes of the movie.
because she has
Jumps
the
in the tanning
tan.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jumps in the tanning bed, which I assumed was in her house, but the plot said it was a tanning salon. And I'm like, no, it wasn't.
No, well, no, I think it showed her leave her house.
Oh, did? Okay, I thought for
Yeah.
some reason she had one in her house.
No, yeah, she left and it was really kind of weird because I was like, "Oh, what's she doing?" And it's like, "Okay, so it appears it's late at night. You found out you get a flight the next day to go to Paris and the first thing that enters your mind is, "Oh, I need to go tanning."
Exactly. And then like all of a sudden the tanner just like freaks out and burns her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get an aerobic scene with a song about something about an apple being juicy. The words to that song was just awful.
Pretty much the whole
Uh,
soundtrack to this movie was
Amazing.
awfully amazing.
Yeah. And then it just made me laugh. It's like we got all these women like thrusting around and then there's like this girl who has a side pony who's wearing white and yellow spandex. And I'm like, usually when you show women doing aerobics, it's like these um super fit, thin, lean, athletic women. And then we have this woman who's like, she's fit, but she also has like gigantic boobs. And I was like, did they just like get a porn star or something to do this scene? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, all of it was excessive, so that would not surprise me if they did that.
Yeah. And then of course we get shower scenes. We get I don't even remember what the girl's name was. She was a black girl with shorter hair, and she gets killed with a large safety pin. And that's when I was like, is this seriously gonna be the weapon? The first time I saw this.
Well, she also
Yeah.
got killed in the shower and she got viciously stabbed so
Yeah.
many times, and there was like no blood in the shower.
Probably because it was a safety pin,
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm pretty sure there'd be blood everywhere.
right? Oh my gosh. And then there's a great line after that where they're like, man, she was such a sweet girl, and it's like, and she was so pretty, and the guy's like, not anymore. I'm like, easy, bro. Easy. Oh gosh. And then it's like, boom, more aerobics. It's like more butt shots, boob shots, and aerobics. And that's when Danton comes in.
hmm
And of course, one of the first things they show of Danton is he's standing there with a tank top on and short shorts, and he's lifting weights and they're like zooming in on his biceps.
Well, at least he had a shirt on this time.
That's true. He didn't run around in like cut off jean shorts the whole time with a blonde mullet like waving in the breeze. Uh, yeah, he had a shorter haircut this time. I kind of missed his mullet.
Yeah.
But it's funny because he's there and he's like lifting weights, and it's not too long after that that he like gets in a fight.
Yeah.
And it's the fights in this are so overly choreographed, and it's like more of like a series of poses
hmm
than it is an actual fight.
Well, it's like filming, okay, punch, punch, okay, cut. We're gonna move here then, or zoom in, punch, punch, move, okay, over here. Like just very chopped and pieced together where it's very obvious. Like, I mean, fights are always choreographed and staged, but it just makes it that much more noticeable.
Yeah, I was just like, don't be messing around with Danton. He's gonna hack your arm off and beat you with it. Oh gosh. And then, more corny music, more pelvic thrusting, more aerobics. And that's really what this movie is. It's like kill scene, little bit of talking, um, aerobics and people working out, kill scene, a little bit of talking, nudity.
Yeah.
Yeah, aerobics, kill scene. Uh, I got to the point where I was just like, okay, we got more hot girls jumping around in skin tight clothes. I was like, I mean, I'm not complaining, but there's a lot of it, and it's just basically filler.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny to know how much of this movie is actually the aerobics class
Yeah.
scenes.
I like the one cutscene after the fight that Danton has where he like beats the guy down, and then all of a sudden they show someone getting scooped up in a body bag. It's like the guy's on the ground and Danton's telling him like get the hell out of there, and all of a sudden like the paramedics are there scooping up the dead woman that was in the room.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, there's a great cutscene for you. That's like, wait, did he kill that guy? Uh, yeah, we got this the whole time. The guy that I called Shades, and didn't realize that until like after he hit Danton with his car. And Danton just stands there
Yeah. Great
and just
moves.
waits for it. He reminds me of again Austin Powers with the steamroller. And the guy's just like, no! Austin's like, get out of the way, man. He's like 40 yards away from him.
Well, then Dan, I'm always going to call him Dan. Danton pulls a gun out to shoot at the guy, and
Yeah,
instead of jumping out of the way, he just stands still to take aim.
right. Uh, it's so ridiculous.
Because somehow magically, if he had actually shot him, somehow the car would have stopped instead of driving forward and running him over.
Right? And everybody knows as soon as you let off the gas, the car just instantly comes to a stop. Uh, so then they're like, okay, Shades has to be the one that was killing people. So, the cop like confronts Rhonda, and then it's like Shades gets away, and it's like, why didn't you just cuff the guy? You spent too much time talking to him. And then it's like when he find out that like Rhonda was kind of part of it too, and I'm like, this ending is like it's terrible. It's way too convoluted.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody's got like some reason why they were doing something, and I'm like, you should have just ended it when you know, Shades was taken care of.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was like if Rhonda is a suspect, then why is she not in custody somehow?
Exactly.
Yeah. If she shoots Shades, that should have been the end of it.
Hmm.
She shoots Shades, and I was like, it's just been review. But and I think it's funny too, where it's like, okay, well, Rhonda's not the sister; she's the girl who was burned at the beginning. Da-na-na.
Yeah,
Like
I was waiting
we
for
didn't
that.
know that. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, eventually you're just kind of like, okay, this is what we're leading up to.
I think it's hilarious how they showed her, and she's got like shoulder length brown hair that's kind of wavy, and then when they show her getting into her locker and getting ready to take a shower, she's got like a bald cap on, obviously for the movie. But then when she has her shower and then she gets back to put her wig on, and the wig is not even as long as the other one. It's like lighter brown and it's curly.
Yeah, real frizzy.
Yeah, it's like that's not even the same wig.
Yeah, I thought that was funny, but the other thing too is just like I understand that she like owns the place or is part owner or something, whatever. But
Yeah.
she's like trying to keep her burn thing hidden.
Yeah,
And it's like, why are you taking a shower at a public place then?
right.
Like,
And
go
apparently
home.
all the burns were like on her scalp and on her boobs.
Yeah, nothing got her face, fortunately.
Yeah. And I also like how the lieutenant is like talking to her, and he's like telling her how disgusting she is and how she's basically like a monster, and he's like, and, and any guy would barf if he had to bang you. He's like, geez, dude. Like, rub it in here.
Great
Uh,
line delivery.
yeah. Um, and the thing that made me laugh probably the most was towards the end, where the lieutenant like takes her out into the middle of nowhere, and he's like wants her to dig a grave basically, and he's gonna like kill her and put her in it. She hits him with the shovel, and then it's like that's the end of the movie, and they start showing the credits. But of course, with the credits, we have to have chicks shaking their butts during the credits. And the credits song is like this terrible Cyndi Lauper ripoff. Just it took me a while to like this woman singing kind of sounds like Cyndi Lauper, but it's really bad.
A lot of bad stuff going on. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So the kills in this movie,
Do you
there's
have
a lot of them.
how many total?
1 second.
Because I'm curious.
16? I think
Jeez.
there's like 20 something actually, because some of them are like multiple people that are just like found.
Yeah.
So we got Rachel McClee. She was stabbed in the neck by Rhonda with a giant safety pin. That was the black girl that died in the shower. We got Diane Matthews, who was stabbed to death by Rhonda with a giant safety pin. That was off camera. Curtis is hacked in the neck by Rhonda with a knife. Marcia has her throat slit by Rhonda. Debbie is stabbed in the top of the head through uh her car roof by Rhonda. And that one made me laugh because like, why don't you just duck? And she's like, like dodging the knife.
She wasn't even
Just lay
screaming.
down. And
Dude,
she was just like, ah.
how many times in this movie were people not screaming?
Exactly. Maybe no one could scream.
I
We get
guess.
an unnamed male weightlifter gets stabbed in the forehead by Rhonda with a giant safety pin.
Mm-hmm.
We get Brad who gets struck in the head by Rhonda with a dumbbell. Tommy gets stabbed by Rhonda with a giant safety pin off camera. Jamie, who I thought was going to be like the main girl, um, she gets hanged by Rhonda off screen, and it's funny because they show her body just like keeps swinging back and forth. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, is someone like down at the bottom of her grabbing her feet and moving her? Uh, get Kathy Jones gets killed by Rhonda off screen. Her body's shown. Um, Danton gets stabbed by Jimmy with an ice pick off camera, and he gets hit by a car. So I don't know where all that came from. So Jimmy gets shot by Rhonda with a revolver. Lieutenant Morgan's father shot 4 times by an unnamed speeder
Oh,
prior to the
that's
film. He was just mentioned.
yeah.
Yeah. 10 unnamed people were killed by the Midnight Strangler 25 years prior to the film that was mentioned.
Oh,
The Midnight Strangler himself was killed by Lieutenant Morgan's father 25 years prior, it was mentioned. And then Lieutenant Morgan gets struck in the head by a shovel and dies.
yeah.
That was a weak kill.
It was.
So, yeah, there's quite a few people in this one.
Mm-hmm.
None of them were really that spectacular.
No.
Yeah, they were serviceable, I guess. So, trivia and facts. In this movie, the words Death Spa are written in graffiti on the gym. Um, 2 years later, a similarly plotted movie called Death Spa was released. I mentioned it
Mm.
earlier. The director found it very hard working with the DP in this movie because he had, quote, had no respect at all for me and fought me all the way on every single little thing we shot.
Hmm.
Fritz Matthews, aka Shades, actually built the tanning bed that was shown at the start of the film.
Huh.
Ted Pryor said in a 2015 interview that the one thing he remembers most about making the movie was hanging out with all the hot girls all the time.
T-
Didn't it? Uh, while filming the fight scene with Ted Pryor, stuntman Fritz Matthews split his head open on an intercom speaker that was mounted on the wall. Instead of going to the hospital and delaying production, Matthews put 10 stitches in his own head to stop the bleeding long enough to finish the scene.
Oh, jeez.
That dude's badass.
Just glue it, man.
Shades. And so he could do those roundhouse kicks. Filming took 3 weeks, primarily at night, since they had to film on location in a health club that they rented after they closed.
Hmm.
The writer-director, David A. Pryor, said the film was the brainchild of the producer, David Winters, who called Pryor, pitched the idea, and asked if it could be made on a somewhat low budget. Pryor said yes and wrote the script in 6 days.
Nice.
The movie kicked off an entire subgenre of workout-related horror movies, which included 1986's Dance or Die. Those are the only two options, by the way, Dance or Die. Um, Death Spa, like I mentioned, in 88, and then Slash Dance in 1989. And I have to mention that I've seen all of these movies.
Nice.
Slash Dance is probably the worst of the bunch. Dance or Die, at least they had a cool theme song. And yeah, I don't know. It was kind of fun. A little slow at times, but. And the last thing is, I could not find anything to do with the budget or the box office. I'm
Boo.
not even sure it even had a box office. I think it might have just been a straight to video.
Boo. You suck.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I found that for uh Prey.
Oh, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, I don't even see anything on Wikipedia. I just looked it up. But yeah, absolutely nothing. But great. There is one for IMDb and there's like audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, but no critic.
All right. Let's go 4.5 for IMDb.
Dude, you're so close. It's a 4.6.
Oh, dang it. So Rotten Tomato audience 50%.
32.
Way off on that.
Then I'll let you go first.
Oh man. Okay. So this is a little bit different because it's not a serious slasher horror movie. I mean, it's not taking itself too serious. So I labeled it as like an awesomely bad horror movie, which, by the way, side comment real quick, absolute insanity on how after, oh, I don't know, two, three people dying, they didn't just shut that business down.
It's like sleepaway camp.
Yeah, I didn't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so it was fun. It was ridiculous. It was sloppy, but it didn't take itself too serious. So, um, definitely not bad. I'm giving it a little bit extra because it was. I mean, it's kind of weird because this whole entire month so far, these have been more on the serious side. So I am looking at this more from the awesomely bad aspect. I wound up landing at a 3.5 though for
Rock.
it.
That's the
So
same thing I gave it.
rock.
It's a fun watch because it's ridiculous. And it does have a lot of feel of Deadly Prey at times, with the characters from Deadly Prey. You got the same director, you got, the dude that played Danton. And there's just like some cheesy, corny stuff in it. It's funny like how many times they went back to the aerobics. If they just shot the aerobics scenes in like one day for like an hour and then just used the scenes, because I noticed towards the end that they reused the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I was obviously there just to fill some time, which isn't abnormal for a David Pryor movie. He did another slasher movie called Sledgehammer that has a lot of slow motion in it, and I think the only reason he used that was to fill some time.
Mm-hmm.
But we might have to watch that one for an awesomely bad sometime. Uh, that might have been his first movie. I think a 3.5 out of. It's it's a bad movie, but it's also a movie called Killer Workout, so you get exactly what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if you guys are liking the show, please subscribe and share. You can follow us on social media. We're on every platform. If you guys are really into horror movies, we've done lots of horror movie reviews. You can go to our website too, rockvideorental.com. And I've got a blog that I've been doing for, I don't even know, like maybe 10 years now. And I do 31 horror movies every single October. So go check that out if you want. If you're looking for some recommendations or something different. So next time we're going to be taking on a more serious slasher movie, and we're going to be talking about The House on Sorority Row. But until then, as always, be kind and rewind.